That's Moshe Hecht. Did anybody notice that I'm wearing my Nefesh B'Nefesh in-flight press pass from the big flight 2 weeks ago? Did anybody notice that? One of the most thrilling journeys I have been on was did Tani Kramer notice that I'm wearing my in-flight pass from the Nefesh B'Nefesh flight? He didn't notice, did he? He did notice? One of the best journeys of my life was being on the plane last summer and then again this summer with the Nefesh B'Nefesh group that landed in Israel. This year was a much different experience. I don't want to say somber. It was just a bit more tempered, the whole mood, because of what was going on. It was certainly an intimate celebration because it was a much smaller celebration than normal at the airport. We've discussed this on the air a million times already. But it was something I'll never forget. Tuesday, we'll be there for the charter flight this summer. I know someone making Aliyah on the 20th. 21st, is it? So 20th from America? I know someone going on that group flight who's making Aliyah that day. They weren't able to make the charter flight. In fact, it's an entire family that's going on that group flight on the 20th. Are Yal and Aaron are on the charter flight? Meaning we'll meet them in Tel Aviv? So the Mariluses and the Leibowitzes are on the list of people who are going to be moving to Israel this coming Monday. You would think that in this time of ceasefire, in this uncertainty in the Holy Land, you would think that people would delay or postpone or cancel their Aliyah plans. That's what you would think. But what did we see? We're eyewitnesses to the fact that nobody in July, at the time when they were recommending that Nefesh B'Nefesh at Ben Gurion Airport actually limit the celebration, nobody went ahead and canceled. The FAA went ahead and said you're not going to be able to fly. Nefesh B'Nefesh said you can fly, and what happened? They flew. They flew with a full plane, not one cancellation. By the way, I wanted to book one of the people that canceled their Aliyah plans. I felt it would be a great interview. Let's book one of the folks that actually canceled their Aliyah plans. And you know what happened? We couldn't find anybody. We looked and searched. We couldn't find anybody that was willing to postpone or cancel their trip. Zev Gershinsky is here. He's one of the people in the Nefesh B'Nefesh office who had confidence in all the hundreds of Olim that they wouldn't postpone or cancel their flight. He's director of government processing and advocacy here in the Nefesh B'Nefesh headquarters in Yerushalayim. Zev Gershinsky, welcome to JMintheAM.
Good morning. How are you?
Am I right that you're among the handful of people in this country that were not surprised that nobody canceled or postponed their trip?
Of course. And in fact, just yesterday, what are we, 3-4 days before the flight, people are knocking on the door and saying we want to join the flight.
1 second. This is a very important point. You are telling me that yesterday, the day after Tisha B'Av, with the flight being Monday, people actually expressed interest on getting onto that flight?
Of course. Yep. 100%. People are, and our flight is full, then we have to tell people we have no seats left.
So, I mean, I'll tell you, I have to be careful with what I said earlier in the show. There are some amazing, virtuous people in our community who are willing to keep to their commitment to move to Israel and to give strength and amazing inspiration to the people who live here already. It's just incredible. How long are you with Nefesh B'Nefesh?
This is my 8th summer.
Wow.
Yep.
So you've seen a lot of Aliyah trips.
A lot of planes.
You've seen a lot of planes, a lot of ceremonies. And your specific role is government processing. I would guess you've seen a lot of changes in that area over the years.
Yeah. I think that's one of the biggest challenges we have here, and we hope that Olim have less and less
of government processing.
Government processing and challenges.
Okay, without even considering that this might be a public forum, give me your assessment of how the Israeli government is doing when it comes to the topic of Aliyah. How is it doing these days?
Look, in general, I think that the government in Israel, they say government loves Aliyah but doesn't like Olim.
Is that what they say?
The truth is that we see a lot of very good intentions of government agencies when it comes to Aliyah. They definitely want to help. They would definitely want to do make things easier. Bureaucracy is bureaucracy, and I tell Olim all the time, you are immigrating from
Right.
one country to another. This is an immigration process.
We've made that
Let's
point.
not
Right. We've made
forget
that
that.
point a million times. If you go to any major country on this globe, and you decide you want to move there, there's going to be paperwork, and there's going to be,
Exactly.
hurdles. It's just when it comes to the Israeli government, I guess,
But it's very interesting because we've done surveys about with our Olim to see which government agency was the most problematic throughout the
Right.
whole Aliyah process.
Who gave you the most
Who
trouble?
gave us the most problems? Come on,
And the answer
give the
is,
guess.
I should give a guess. I don't know. I don't even know who the different agencies are.
So let me tell you,
Yeah.
the American consulate in East Jerusalem
Those are the ones that have
Okay,
given the most, the
those
most red tape.
for Olim. So if you try to compare bureaucracy, I guess American bureaucracy
Far behind.
isn't far behind, but it's always the culture gap, it's the language gap, which is a problem for the Olim, and that's why we're here.
Right. Maybe the consulate has trouble with some of the areas that people want to make Aliyah to. That could be.
Maybe.
It could be. Although I'm just guessing. I'm conjecturing. Although now I'm told that Zev Gershinsky is not welcome at the American consulate in East Jerusalem anymore. That's what I've just. And someone just whispered that in my ear. JM and the AM. We're talking about Nefesh B'Nefesh, government processing and advocacy. Zev Gershinsky is here. With everything you're saying, I seriously don't want it to deter anybody or discourage anybody from starting the process. In all seriousness, although there are hurdles, paperwork, etc., it still remains a relatively smooth process, and I'd love for you to emphasize that.
So let me just explain what we're doing for the Olim coming landing on Tuesday.
Okay.
Just in a nutshell, just
Sure.
to understand how hard we're working to make sure that Olim do not feel the bureaucracy.
Right.
Aliyah has two main components. One is getting Israeli citizenship, and the other one is obtaining their benefits. That means we're dealing with two separate government offices, getting citizenship through Misrad HaPnim, Ministry of Interior, and getting the benefits through Misrad HaKlita, Ministry of Immigrant Absorption. We work closely together with both government offices. In fact, Misrad HaPnim is sending their people on the plane to make sure we do all the processing for the Israeli ID and for all the citizenship aspect, and there are no surprises. We've been working tirelessly with Misrad HaPnim, I assume, for the past month for this flight. They have all the paperwork ready. Everything is there. All they need to do now is to go on the computer and just click a button and get the Tudat Zehut. It's all in the system. It's all ready. Same thing for Misrad HaKlita. We have all the files ready for Misrad HaKlita. At the moment we take off from JFK, we give notice to Misrad HaKlita. They already print your Tudat Ole. We just saved an Ole 45 minutes talking to a clerk that does not understand English, and he gives it Tudat Ole within 3 minutes. We just did that, and we make sure that the Tudat Zehut is ready. Every Ole who comes on a Nefesh B'Nefesh flight does not need to go into any government office because we do it for you.
You can't do much better than that, than what you just described. I mean, to talk about the Aliyah process being a deterrent for Aliyah, you can't make that argument anymore. I'm ashamed to say that I'm running out of even more excuses, because you don't have this type of situation like it was in the old days. We made this point a million times here at JMintheAM. Zev Gershinsky is Director of Government Processing and Advocacy. If someone's interested in making Aliyah, I don't know, even in 2014 still, right? They don't have to wait till 2015 at this point.
I'm talking about August 2014.
Yeah, but you're not talking about August.
I'm talking about August.
Someone today
if
decides
anyone,
they're moving to Israel,
if
they're
anyone
not
wants
actually
to make
leaving
Aliyah in August, just contact us.
You're
going to make
serious?
Aliyah in August.
If they want to still make Aliyah this month,
100%.
even a family.
Even a family.
Unbelievable. You've seen the process.
We'll make it happen.
You've seen the process on the Ben Gurion side, right? You've seen how many minutes people actually spend at the desk. It's what, maybe 10 minutes, or somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes.
10 minutes is
That's
like
it.
for the family, for the entire family.
Normally they're at the ceremony a lot longer than they are.
100%.
And in the old days, they'd be sitting there for 3. They were
Look,
lucky.
I'll
they
tell
were
you.
out for 3 or 4
I could tell
hours.
you my Aliyah story because I don't have one. I was born in Israel,
Ah.
but my parents, when they made Aliyah, just before I was born, a few months before I was born, at least the story they tell is of a few families that made Aliyah on a certain flight, come to Ben Gurion and they just wait and they look for someone to mention or to pick them up, or so they waited for a few hours until someone noticed that there are Olim Chadashim.
Right.
Then they got processed for a few hours, and then until they got to the Merkaz Lita, it was approximately like 9 or 10 hours.
Right.
We're talking about a 2-hour max from door to door.
Right. Yeah, I saw that with my own eyes. In the early 90s, in the late 80s, I would land in Ben Gurion, and people would point out to me, you see those people over there in the corner sitting on their suitcases waiting for anybody to just help them with any, those are brand new Olim. And of course, today they finally show up to the hero's welcome that they deserve.
Right.
Tadar Rabah, thank you so much for all
My
you
pleasure.
do for Aliyah, and continued good luck. Enjoy the flight, or welcoming the flight on Tuesday. We'll be there with you at the airport.
Great.
If someone does want to make Aliyah, even in the month of August,
Just
they should contact Nefesh
contact
B'Nefesh
Nefesh
today.
B'Nefesh.
Tadar Rabah.
Thank you very much.
Zev Gershinsky, Director of Government Processing and Advocacy. Boy, he got rid of every excuse everybody has for Aliyah. You want to make Aliyah in August? I'm going ahead and talking about 2015. He's like, what are you talking about? Now, during the summer, before Labor Day, before the school year even starts. Come and make Aliyah. Unbelievable. JMintheAM, we're at Nefesh B'Nefesh headquarters. They are the bookends of our trip. Nefesh B'Nefesh is the bookends of our trip. Today, Thursday, from their headquarters in Jerusalem. Tuesday, from the incredible celebration. No matter what the size of the celebration will be, it'll be an incredible celebration coming up on Tuesday at Ben Gurion Airport. In between, we'll be at a variety of places, including Sderot tomorrow for the big celebration. Join us, everybody. A drop behind schedule for Rabbi Goldwasser. His words, Zecher Nishmas, are of Zeb and Yosef Halevi. Here is Rabbi David Goldwasser with Morning Chizuk.
Good morning.